They said Gucci Mane isn't really Gucci Mane. That's Hobson. They gave him plastic surgery to become Gucci Mane. And now they saying Damar Hamlin isn't Damar Hamlin. And if you ever watched the TV show The Boys, you know about Noir. You know how Noir died, but they had somebody else come back to play him. That's crazy.
You ever wake up, scroll your phone, and see something so insane you have to reread it twice? Well, buckle up because Kanye West just dropped a claim so wild it makes UFO sightings sound like weather reports. The man says Gucci Mane was cloned, not metaphorically, not spiritually. We're talking lab coats, microchips, and a government-grade barcode behind that six-pack. Kanye went full Area 51 meets Atlanta energy, hinting that the real Gucci never left jail and that the man we've been seeing since 2016 is a manufactured copy built to pacify the culture. Yeah, apparently the Illuminati got tired of him saying bore and decided to hit Ctrl+C, Ctrl+V on a rapper. Now you can laugh, but his followers are already dissecting DNA photos like they work for CSI, Trap Edition. The internet's in meltdown mode, fans screaming he ain't blinked since 2017. While conspiracy TikTok is drawing charts like it's math class for maniacs, this isn't just a rumor, this is Kanye West at his most unfiltered, uncensored, and possibly unhinged. So grab your tinfoil hats and your holy water because if he's right, we might be living in the Gucci multiverse. It started like every other day in the bizarre, unpredictable world of Kanye West cryptic posts, chaotic interviews, and quotes that sound half divine revelation, half fever dream. But this time, he dropped a bomb so wild it made his slavery was a choice controversy look like a mild TED Talk. He claimed Gucci Mane, the trap god himself, wasn't real, not fake in the lyrical sense cloned, as in government built, DNA printed, silicone sold, cloned. Now you might think, come on, Kanye's trolling again, but this wasn't some random outburst. He said it in that calm, prophetic tone that makes you question your own sanity. During a late-night stream, he leaned into the mic, shades on, voice low, and said, "That ain't the same Gucci. The real one ain't smile like that." Boom. Social media imploded. Theories multiplied like Wi-Fi routers at a conspiracy convention. The internet went full detective mode. Side-by-side pictures flooded Twitter. 2013 Gucci vs. 2016 Gucci. Look at the eyes. They said, different jawline. They screamed, clone. They concluded. Fans were comparing old mugshots to red carpet photos like forensic analysts. It didn't matter that Gucci had publicly lost 100 pounds, dropped alcohol, and found peace. The clone theory made better content. Kanye's words spread like wildfire through conspiracy communities already convinced that the Illuminati runs hip-hop. First they cloned Tupac, then Eminem, and now Gucci, one YouTuber said dramatically, using Comic Sans captions and horror movie music. Some even claimed the 2016 Gucci was part of a government experiment to neutralize black male rebellion through genetically modified rappers. Yes, apparently the feds traded nuclear research for trap music. Meanwhile, Kanye doubled down. In another rant half sermon, half sci-fi pitch, he declared that celebrity cloning was the entertainment industry's best-kept secret. According to him, labs in the mountains of Montana were replacing artists who refused to comply with the system. He claimed that after Gucci's 2014 arrest, the real one vanished, and when he came back lean, calm, and sober, that was the clone rollout. It was vintage Kanye, grand, paranoid, magnetic, and impossible to ignore. But the public reaction? Pure chaos. Some fans sided with he instantly. "I've been saying Gucci different," one viral comment read. "The old Gucci used to scare me," this one says affirmations. Another posted, "You telling me the same man who dropped Lemonade now does yoga? Yeah, that's government behavior. It was ridiculous but dangerously convincing." Others clapped back hard. "He got healthy, not hacked," one critic tweeted. "Y'all can't tell the difference between therapy and cloning." Still, every argument fueled the fire. Memes of Cloned Mane started circulating. Gucci walking out of a petri dish, Gucci shaking hands with Elon Musk, Gucci's clone barcode number on his abs. The internet turned the conspiracy into an Olympic sport, and the numbers spoke volumes. Searches for Gucci Mane clone skyrocketed 700% overnight. YouTube flooded with proof videos showing Gucci blinking differently, smiling too symmetrical, or talking slower like an AI update. It didn't help that Gucci himself leaned into it half joking, half trolling. In one tweet he wrote, "I'm a clone. Call me Gucci too." Oh, fans couldn't tell if it was sarcasm or a confession. Meanwhile, Kanye's inner circles started whispering that he was working on something big. Rumor had it he'd been meeting with insiders who had files on celebrity manipulation. He allegedly told a close friend that cloning wasn't just metaphorical, it was biometric control through the bloodstream. Bro, he said it like he was narrating a Jordan Peele movie. And here's where it got darker. He hinted that cloning wasn't about replacing artists, it was about silencing them. When you don't play the game, he said, they reboot you. It sent shivers through hip-hop Twitter. People began listing rappers who had changed too much after jail or rehab: Gucci, Kodak, even Lil Wayne. Some claim the proof was in their voices. They sound smoother. Like Siri with auto-tune. It was madness, but fascinating madness. Of course, mainstream media laughed it off. TMZ called it another Kanye spiral. CNN labeled it digital delusion. But guess what? Every time they mocked him, they gave the theory more traction. People love the forbidden. The more you say that's crazy, the more they whisper, or is it? Gucci's camp tried to squash the noise, but their denial backfired. His manager tweeted, "Gucci ain't no clone, he's disciplined." But nobody cared about discipline. They wanted danger. Conspiracy thrives on denial. By the time they issued a statement, it was too late. The narrative had escaped the lab and taken on a life of its own. Then came the wildest twist: someone leaked alleged documents on Reddit. They claimed to be from a secret Atlanta facility nicknamed Project Mirror. The files looked fake, blurry, watermarked, obviously photoshopped, but that didn't stop millions from believing. The papers said Gucci Mane was Subject C2, rebuilt for behavioral compliance and cultural steering. Within hours, the post hit 1 million views before being deleted for violations. That's when people lost their minds. See, they're covering it up. Users yelled. First they cloned him. Now they're cloning the truth. It was digital hysteria. TikTok detectives started connecting dots between Gucci's lyrics, jail time, and his post-prison demeanor. They said the new Gucci smiles too much, uses bigger words, and wears clothes that fit. Like, apparently being healthy is a government plot now. Kanye kept fanning the flames, dropping breadcrumbs like a Hollywood villain. In one rant, he said, "You think they only clone sheep? They've been cloning souls." Another time, he cryptically posted a photo of Gucci with the caption, "If you know, you know." That post hit 5 million likes in under 2 hours before being mysteriously deleted. And that's when people started connecting Kanye's outbursts with his own battles, his public feuds with record labels, his paranoia about the industry, his obsession with truth hidden in plain sight. To fans, this wasn't just a rumor, it was Ye exposing the system one riddle at a time. To critics, it was Kanye spiraling into sci-fi madness. Either way, he owned the conversation. Every blog, every talk show, every meme page was feeding the frenzy. Is Gucci Mane a clone? Became the internet's favorite question. Even celebrities couldn't resist. Boozy chimed in. Man, clone or not, he still got hits. Lil Yachty joked, "If Gucci's a clone, can they make one for my tour schedule?" But some, like Sulia Boy, said nothing, and that silence made them part of the mystery. By now, what began as one offhand comment had morphed into a full-scale cultural moment. Kanye's words had turned Gucci's life into an X-Files episode and the rap world into an episode of Black Mirror. And the scariest part, every time someone tried to disprove it, Kanye just smiled and said, "That's exactly what a clone would say." The world had officially split into two camps, the Kanye's lost it crowd and the Kanye's exposing the Matrix movement. The internet was eating itself alive. Hashtags like hashtag #CloneKanye Mane and hashtag Project Mirror Files trended for 3 straight days. You couldn't scroll without seeing side-by-side comparisons of Gucci smiling before prison versus after. Comment sections turned into conspiracy battlegrounds. He don't sweat anymore. He blinks slower. That's government muscle, not gym muscle. It was chaos dressed as curiosity, and Kanye was the ringmaster. He started dropping quotes like breadcrumbs. On a podcast, he calmly said, "Look at his demeanor. You can clone flesh, but you can't clone soul." The internet went nuclear. Someone edited it into a dramatic trailer with thunderclaps, Gregorian chanting, and Gucci's Lemonade playing in reverse. Within a day, the clip had 20 million views, and then came the evidence. A YouTuber uploaded an hour-long breakdown claiming to have forensic audio analysis proving Gucci's voice frequency had changed after 2016. Another account alleged his tattoos shifted by millimeters. The wildest claim, that Gucci's new teeth weren't veneers, they were synthetic memory implants. The comments were a circus. One said, "Bro analyzing teeth like he's in the FBI of foolery." Another, "If they clone Gucci, can they clone my credit score too?" But behind the jokes, people were hooked. Everyone wanted to know if he had insider knowledge. And then he made it worse, much worse. Kanye dropped a cryptic post. A photo of himself in a dimly lit studio, writing, "The Blueprint 2.0 on a notepad." Caption, "The truth can be cancelled." Fans went berserk. Was he teasing new music? Or was this another coded message? Some claim the Blueprint 2.0 was a metaphor for the cloning agenda, an industry reset manual hidden in plain sight. Theories piled up like overdue bills. Meanwhile, Gucci was watching it all unfold like a man being accused of being a hologram. At first, he laughed it off, tweeting, "I ain't no clone. I'm just grown." But when Kanye mentioned Project Mirror on stage at a fashion event, Gucci's team started panicking. Publicists began calling damage control meetings. One insider told a gossip blog, "This isn't just a rumor anymore, it's a wildfire." But you can't outpace Kanye West on chaos. Within 48 hours, he sat down for an unfiltered live stream. No handlers, no PR team, just a bottle of kombucha and a camera. "They think I'm crazy," he said, voice low and steady. "But y'all saw it too. You felt it." Gucci used to rap like his demons were winning. Now he talks like a yoga instructor. They cloned out the pain. That's not evolution. That's engineering. The silence after that line was deafening. The internet collectively gasped. You could almost hear people opening new tabs to research celebrity cloning timeline. Clips of the live stream spread faster than political scandals. Reaction channels went live within minutes, dissecting every syllable like it was gospel. Even celebrities couldn't resist the madness. Drake dropped a subtle bar on an unreleased snippet. "They switch your code like iPhones." Clone zone. Fans claimed it was about Gucci. Others said it was Drake trolling Kanye. Meanwhile, Rick Ross tweeted a cryptic line, "I seen the real Gucci once." He deleted it 20 minutes later, but screenshots live forever. The deletion only made it worse. They got to Ross. Fans cried. The memes, of course, were legendary. One showed a scientist holding two Guccis side by side with the caption, "When your clone hits harder than the original." Another had Kanye in a lab coat labeled Dr. E. Clone detective. TikTokers made parodies where clone Gucci malfunctioned mid-performance, freezing like a rebooting laptop. It was absurd, but it worked. The joke had outgrown the truth. Meanwhile, news outlets tried to bring sanity back, interviewing scientists who explained, in very serious tones, that human cloning at the scale was biologically impossible. But their calm logic only made people trust them less. "They sound too confident," one tweet read. That's clone talk. Conspiracy culture doesn't run on evidence, it runs on entertainment. And Kanye had just made disbelief fun again. Then, as if scripted by fate, another curveball dropped. A fan posted an old photo of Gucci taken in 2012, and next to it, a recent one. The lighting, the angles, the stance eerily identical. Same pose. 10 years apart. They were set as hardware, the caption said. The tweet hit 1 million likes. It didn't matter that Gucci has posed like that in 300 photos. The internet doesn't fact-check when the joke's good. The real kicker came when an anonymous Reddit user leaked a blurry 10-second video they claimed was footage from inside the clone lab. It showed a man who vaguely resembled Gucci lying in a glass chamber, wires attached, with a voice in the background saying, "Initiating protocol." It was fake, obviously grainy AI generated over the top. But people wanted to believe. They accidentally leaked it. One comment said, "They're testing the narrative." The video hit TikTok and went viral instantly. By morning, it was being reported by mid-tier tabloids as unverified footage. You couldn't tell where satire ended and belief began. Kanye capitalized on it instantly. He posted the clip on X, formerly Twitter, with the caption, "Told y'all." They laughed at Noah too. That line alone detonated the internet. In 24 hours, #CloneGate trended globally. Fan edits turned his quote into motivational TikToks. Church sermons mentioned it. Even conspiracy TikTokers who used to post about the moon landing switched lanes to cover the Gucci truth. At this point, every rapper was being asked about cloning in interviews. 21 Savage said, "If they cloned Gucci, where's mine?" Lil Baby just laughed, saying, "That's wild, bro." But one person didn't laugh. Pusha T. When asked if he believed Kanye, he smirked and said, "You always knows something before the rest of us." Boom, fuel to the fire. That clip hit every gossip outlet in existence. Then came the backlash. Mental health advocates stepped in, accusing Kanye of exploiting delusion for clicks. Critics called it performance paranoia, but fans argued he was being silenced again. Every cancellation attempt only amplified his reach. People who hadn't listened to Ye in years suddenly started defending him like he was the hip-hop Snowden. Brands started distancing themselves. A luxury fashion label quietly pulled his name from a campaign. But conspiracy theorists twisted it. They're scared he's exposing them. In the modern internet, skepticism feeds the beast. The more you try to debunk, the more it thrives. By week's end, everyone from scientists to pastors had weighed in. YouTube documentaries popped up with titles like "The Gucci Mane Clone Conspiracy Explain the Hidden Truth." They had eerie narration, glitchy transitions, and Kanye quotes layered over static. Each one racked up millions of views. It was official. Kanye's clone confession had transcended rumor. It had become culture. Every time he opened his mouth, people braced for another revelation. Would he say Drake's a clone next? Jay-Z? Himself? He even hinted once, half laughing, "You ever feel like you died and they uploaded you back wrong?" The internet froze. Wait, did he just admit he's a clone too? That's the genius of Kanye West. Whether he's unraveling or orchestrating, no one can tell, and that's exactly why the whole world keeps watching. And somewhere in the background, Gucci Mane just smiled, posted a pic with his wife, and captioned it, "Can't clone the real." But by then, nobody cared what was real anymore. Because the truth wasn't the story was the truth. By week 2, the Kanye Gucci cloning saga had spiraled into a full-blown cultural fever dream. The world was no longer asking if Gucci was cloned, they were asking who's next. TikTok lives ran 24/7, dissecting random rapper interviews like they were secret government briefings. Reddit threads had turned into digital think tanks. Someone even built a clone tracker website listing every artist who had suspicious personality changes. Kanye wasn't just trending. He was being treated like the Nostradamus of chaos. Every new word out of his mouth became prophecy. When he tweeted, "The lab don't sleep," fans interpreted it as proof of an ongoing cloning operation. When he posted a black screen with no caption, people said it was a silent warning. Even silence became suspicious. This wasn't just fandom, it was fanaticism with Wi-Fi. Meanwhile, Gucci Mane was living like a man trapped inside a meme. He posted workout videos to prove he was real, but fans commented, "The clone wants us to see the upgrades." He went live on Instagram just to say, "I'm human, you'll trippin'," and the top comment was, "That's exactly what a clone would say. You couldn't make it up, the man couldn't win." Reality had been replaced by entertainment. And entertainment had been baptized in insanity. Then came Kanye's proof drop, out of nowhere. He uploaded a 3-minute video titled "They Won't Believe This Until It's Too Late." The clip was pure cinematic chaos, grainy black and white visuals of laboratory halls, clips of rappers blinking slowly, a voiceover of he saying, "They replaced the soul with silence." It ended with Gucci's mugshot fading into his modern-day photo. The caption? The switch was seamless. The internet detonated. Fans screamed it was a confession. Haters called it performance art. Philosophers on YouTube called it the digital age's greatest allegory. Everyone had an opinion, and none of them were calm. Theories sprouted like weeds. Maybe Gucci wasn't cloned but spiritually duplicated. Or maybe Kanye was using Gucci as a metaphor for the music industry's mind control. Suddenly, the conspiracy evolved from absurdity to academic. Even university students started writing essays titled, "The Kanye Clone Theory," a postmodern reflection on celebrity authenticity. Professors called it the new mythology of fame. Think about it, one rapper accused another of being cloned, and it somehow became a sociology lecture. Only Kanye could turn madness into curriculum. But behind the laughter, something eerie was happening. Other artists started going quiet. Some avoided interviews altogether. Fans noticed Lil Durk deleted old tweets. Travis Scott posted a cryptic "Stay true to your code." Drake unfollowed Kanye again. Everyone in the industry was suddenly allergic to cloning jokes. It was like the rumor had mutated from meme to taboo. Nobody wanted to feed it, but everyone was watching it. Then Ye added gasoline to the inferno. He did an interview with a small underground podcast called The Frequency Files, 3 million views in 12 hours. Sitting in a dim room, eyes hidden behind tinted glasses, he said, "They thought I'd be quiet after I saw it. But I'm not scared of the people in the white coats." The host asked, "Are you saying cloning's real?" Kanye smiled and replied, "I'm saying Gucci wasn't the first." Boom. Internet blackout. People lost it. Theories exploded faster than a SpaceX launch. Names started flying. Is he talking about Jay-Z? Lil Uzi? Bianca? TikTok went feral. One user even pointed out that Bianchi's nail polish color changed frequency mid-concert, claiming it was a clone glitch. Yes, it got that deep. People were uploading slow-motion videos of rappers blinking, freezing, smiling too perfectly. Every human gesture became digital evidence. The internet was turning human nuance into data for delusion. Gucci, still staying calm, finally addressed it one last time. He posted a photo with the caption, "The clone conspiracy's cute. I'm still here." It got millions of likes, but the top comment read, "Good to know your programmer lets you post." The poor man couldn't escape it. His humanity had been voted irrelevant by the algorithm. Meanwhile, Kanye had become the self-appointed preacher of paranoia. He released a teaser for his new album ominously titled CLONED. The cover? Two silhouettes shaking hands over a digital DNA helix. The tagline? "They made us in their image." Fans screamed that the whole Gucci story had been marketing genius. Critics argued he'd accidentally started a mass psychosis. But she didn't care whether you laughed or panicked. You were listening, and in the middle of it all, the lines between joke, truth, and madness blurred completely. A hacker group claimed to have found clone contract documents signed by Def Jam. TikTok teens claimed clones don't blink left first. AI-generated Gucci speeches started circulating, with captions like, "The clone confesses." It was chaos, but calculated chaos. Kanye then dropped another cryptic message on X. "The clone isn't the problem. The factory is." Within minutes, the factory became the new obsession. People swore it referred to an underground studio in California. Drone videos of random warehouses went viral with captions like, "This is where they print the new rappers." Every fluorescent light suddenly looked like a cloning chamber. Journalists tried to corner Ye for clarification, but he just smirked and said, "Truth don't need permission." That line alone became a slogan printed on t-shirts, turned into TikTok audios, even remixed into drill beats. Kanye's madness had become a movement. The story reached its climax when Gucci and Kanye were both spotted in the same event, an awards show in Atlanta. Cameras zoomed in like they were catching Bigfoot and his doppelganger. The tension was thick enough to slice with a butter knife. Ye approached Gucci, whispered something in his ear, and both men laughed. The internet collectively fainted. "They're in on it," screamed one camp. "It's a collab," screamed another. TMZ reported that he told Gucci, "They can't clone energy." That line broke the timeline. Overnight, "You can't clone energy" became the internet's mantra, a phrase shouted by everyone from meme accounts to motivational speakers. Kanye had done it again, turned confusion into culture, nonsense into philosophy. By now, it didn't even matter whether anyone believed it. The rumor had grown beyond logic. It wasn't about Gucci Mane anymore, it was about the system, the industry, and people's hunger for something outrageous to fill the emptiness of the scroll. Kanye had built a digital religion out of disbelief, and in a way, that was the point. He'd said it himself once, "If you make people question everything, they'll finally see something." Whether that something was truth or chaos, he didn't care. The mission was accomplished, because in a world where nothing feels real, not the news, not fame, not even faces, maybe the real clone isn't Gucci Mane. Maybe it's all of us. And there you have it, the wildest conspiracy of the decade, wrapped in designer drama and sprinkled with Kanye-level madness. A world where trap beats meet test tubes, where Gucci Mane might be a government experiment, and where Kanye West just might be hip-hop's most unpredictable prophet. But let's be real, whether you believe it or not, this story exposed something bigger than cloning. It exposed our obsession with chaos. We don't chase the truth anymore, we chase theories that sound cooler. Because let's face it, Gucci Mane cloned in a secret lab hits way harder than Gucci got healthy and found inner peace. Still, Ye gave us what he always does, entertainment disguised as enlightenment. 1 minute he's dropping bars, the next he's dropping blueprints to the Matrix. And honestly, we love it. Because deep down, we all want the next what if to blow our minds again. So now I gotta ask, what do you believe? Is Gucci really 2.0? Or is Kanye just playing the internet like a piano only he can hear? Drop your theories in the comments below. I want to see the craziest one win. And if you survived this mental roller coaster, smash that like button like it owes you royalties. Subscribe before they clone you, and ring that bell so you never miss the next truth bomb, because this is Truth Tattle, where reality ends and the rumors clock in for overtime. Until next time, keep your DNA pure, your playlists real, and your third eye Wi-Fi connected, because in this world, the truth isn't just stranger than fiction, it's remixed by Kanye West.